All right, let's dive in. Today we're heading to Cape Town, South Africa.
Sounds amazing.
It is. And our inspiration is this really cool newsletter, Love to Visit South Africa.
Hmm.
They paint such a vivid picture, especially with this one photo. It's like you're right there on a whale watching boat.
Ah, makes sense. Cape Town is known for its whale watching, right?
Exactly. And it's all thanks to the southern right whales. They migrate to these waters every year.
Wow. So you get these incredible creatures putting on a show for everyone.
I've always loved whales, but saying they put on a show makes it sound almost theatrical.
Right.
What do they actually do that's so captivating?
Okay, so picture this. A 50-foot, 80-ton animal launching itself out of the water.
Oh.
Yeah, that's breaching. It's truly breathtaking.
Okay, that's a showstopper for sure. What else?
Well, there's flooping, where they dive deep and lift their massive tails high above the water. It's almost like a graceful goodbye as they head down.
I can only imagine.
And of course, they're spouting that classic image of a whale sending a misty spray high into the air.
3 incredible behaviors already. This newsletter also mentioned something called spy hopping.
Oh yeah, spy hopping is when a whale pops its head straight up out of the water.
Like it's curious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're checking out their surroundings, maybe even having a look at the people watching them.
So it's not just about seeing these huge creatures swimming around. It's like they're interacting with their environment, almost like they're aware of us.
That's part of what makes it so special. You really feel like you're connecting with these intelligent creatures.
I'm starting to get why people are so drawn to whale watching. The newsletter mentioned that these whales even put on these displays for Cape Town locals. So does that mean you can see them right from the shore?
You might, especially during peak season when they come surprisingly close to the coast.
Wow.
But to truly immerse yourself, a whale-watching boat tour is the way to go. Being out on the water, closer to their world, it's a whole different experience.
Being out on the water puts you right there in their environment. Makes sense. But this newsletter also mentioned that South Africa gets pretty busy during tourist season. What does that mean for someone planning a whale watching trip?
Planning is crucial. Booking your tour in advance is a must, especially during those peak times.
So you don't travel all that way only to find out the tours are full. This newsletter isn't just about whales though, right? They mentioned other things to do in Cape Town too.
Oh yeah, a whole bunch. And it's a pretty diverse list.
This is where things get interesting. The newsletter actually highlights several other attractions and experiences that make Cape Town so captivating. Ready for a little detour from Wales?
Absolutely. Let's see what else Cape Town has to offer. One that caught my eye is the Two Oceans Aquarium right there on the waterfront.
Oh, so even if the whales are being shy that day, you can still see some amazing marine life.
Exactly. It's home to over 3,000 creatures. Something for everyone.
So there's always something to see no matter what. What about if you want to stay on land though, but still experience something unique to Cape Town?
Well, the newsletter mentions Leopard's Leap Restaurant and Wine Farm in the Cape Winelands.
Wine and beautiful scenery. Sounds perfect.
Doesn't it? Imagine dining among the vineyards with those Franschhoek Mountains in the background.
Okay, I'm convinced. But what if I'm more of a flowers over wine type?
Ah, then the Durbanville Rose Garden is a must-see.
Wait, the newsletter mentioned it's a trial garden? What's that?
That's what's so cool. It's one of only 3 trial gardens for young roses in the entire Southern Hemisphere.
Oh, wow.
They test and cultivate new varieties there.
So you're seeing the cutting edge of rose cultivation.
Exactly, not just a static collection.
That's way more interesting than I thought. So we've got whales, aquariums, vineyards, roses. What doesn't this city have?
Well, the newsletter also highlights some incredible destinations a little further out if you want to go beyond Cape Town itself.
Ooh, like what?
How about snorkeling in Cape Vedal, KwaZulu-Natal? Think crystal clear waters, vibrant coral reefs, colorful fish, a whole different underwater adventure.
Okay, that's going on my list. And what if I want that classic safari experience?
The newsletter suggests Thanda Safari in KwaZulu-Natal. It's a luxury Big 5 safari retreat, lions, elephants, rhinos, all in their natural habitat.
Sounds incredible. But is there anything that really captures the essence of South Africa?
Well, they also suggest visiting some of the top 10 places in South Africa.
That's a good way to get a feel for the country. What kind of places are we talking about?
A mix of iconic landmarks and natural wonders. Table Mountain, that flat-topped mountain overlooking Cape Town, and Kirstenbosch National Botanical Gardens, a wonderland of indigenous flora.
Amazing how much variety we've found just from this one newsletter. We've gone from whales to world-class restaurants, botanical gardens, and safaris.
It really shows how much you can experience there. But since we started with whales, why not circle back? The newsletter actually mentions another great whale watching spot, Hermanus.
Hermanus.
Yeah.
I've heard of it. What's special about it?
It's often called the whale watching capital of the world.
Oh, really?
You can often spot whales right from the shore during peak season. They come so close to the coastline there.
Imagine just walking along and seeing those incredible creatures swim by.
It's unforgettable. And, thinking about all these incredible destinations and experiences in South Africa, it really highlights how interconnected it all is.
What do you mean?
Well, from those whales migrating to these waters to the diverse ecosystems thriving there, it's a reminder that everything is connected.
And that we have to protect these natural wonders.
Exactly.
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of travel, but we need to remember that we're guests in these environments.
Right, and that respect for nature should stay with us long after our trip is over.
I agree. This deep dive has been amazing, not just for travel inspiration, but also as a reminder of the importance of conservation and responsible tourism.
Well said. And it's amazing what we've learned from just one newsletter shows how much a single source can spark exploration and learning.
Absolutely. Anything that stood out to you in particular? Anything that changed how you think about South Africa?
Yeah, it really makes you realize that travel is more than just checking things off a list.
It's about those amazing experiences that change how you see things, like those southern right whales.
Right.
I can't get over the thought of them breaching and spy hopping. Incredible.
It's a sight you won't forget.
No.
And remember, if you're thinking about planning a whale watching trip, plan ahead.
Especially during peak season.
Exactly. You don't want to miss out because tours are booked.
Good advice. Like the newsletter said, booking in advance is key.
Definitely. Those unique experiences are in high demand.
Well, I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive into Cape Town. We've covered so much.
From those whales to everything else there is to see and do.
As we sign off, we'll leave you with this. Imagine yourself standing on the shores of Cape Town. The wind in your hair, the salty air. You're scanning the horizon for those majestic whales. What kind of whale watching adventure would you choose?
Happy travels, everyone!